question, Abhishek or Brad Pitt?
Abhishek.
Cricket or golf?
Cricket.
MF Hussain or Zakir Hussain?
Zakir Hussain.
Deepika or Madhuri?
Madhuri.
Mumbai or LA?
Mumbai.
Chaat or pizza?
Chaat.
Friday means work or family?
Well, I'm in the family business, both.
TV means BBC or Bollywood?
Bollywood.
Great, well thank you for that.
Thank you.
Now this is a continuation of the award which we looked at a short while ago, which is called the Young Asian Achiever of the Year Award. We're meeting up with Ashish Punjabi. Ashish is CEO of Jackie's Group. This is a group that is famous in the region for electronics and also selling those electronics across the globe. We're at his house here in Dubai. So let's now meet up with Ashish Punjabi and find out about his recipe for success in the world of business.
Honestly, it was a surprise to me, especially when I saw who the other finalists were across the various categories. It's really an honor to be shortlisted alongside them. For me, being nominated as a finalist is a victory in itself. And it's not only a victory for me, it's a victory for all of those who worked with me as well.
Let's turn the clock back to 1999 when you joined Jackie's. You know, what kind of a place was it then, and you know, how is it now?
The country's changed, I've changed, everything's changed around. I had the benefit of at least coming from Hong Kong, which was very dynamic, very quick, very action-packed. So you came here and you said, you have to move. You can't wait for things. And this was a real benefit over here because traditionally you had the 1 to 4 break, you had people taking it easy, you had people saying, well, we take it easy in the summer, we take it easy in Ramadan, and I never lived with that. So I continued the way I did in Hong Kong and I said, we work through the day, whether you're there till 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, fine, but you can't take the afternoon break because by the time you get going, you can't go home and you can't come back to the office again and say, let me start again.
At that time,
yeah,
you know, what would you say over the last 8 years you've brought to Jackie's?
It was a different school of thought, a different way of thinking. Being a younger generation in the business, a lot of my ideas are probably a lot more radical than what was the school of thought that existed over here. I wanted to see a lot of processes change. I questioned a lot of things. I probably spoke out a lot more within the family than anyone else did. And I challenged basically everything that was there, basically make myself the rebel of the family.
How did that go down?
Well, I think over a period of time it was appreciated. It was understood why I was doing things differently. Quite a few changes happened as a result. And today, if I do challenge the status quo, it's taken more positively than it would have been done 7, 8 years ago. I mean, it's a lot more open now, the thinking, I would say, after that.
What was the first thing you thought, right, I've got to change this?
One of the first things I did was I said, we need to automate everything we're doing over here. And you had a challenge because you had people who had been working in the company for years and years who said, no, this is the way it is done, this is the way I'm going to do it. And overnight we had a few hundred people moving onto computerized systems. We had to challenge everything that they did. We had to make them understand why we were doing certain things. There was a lot of resistance. Not all of them have been educated to the way that you would want them to. You need to get them trained. So whether it was sending 70 people out simultaneously to get training on a computer, or getting your salespeople in front of a POS machine and saying, start putting invoices on here, and they say, well, where's the on button? We've had to move a long way. And I think as we've moved on, a lot of the same people today, when they look back at it, they say, we don't know how we have managed without these systems. We don't know what we were doing in those days.
So IT played a large part, and the website as well, which is...
Yeah, I mean, we were traditionally a mail order company, and our business was international. We were serving 130 countries at the time. Taking it online was the next logical step, and this is one of the first things we did. We put the whole catalog online. You always had a limitation with a printed catalog. The moment you printed it, half the products would get discontinued, the prices would be outdated. Electronics prices always go down, they never go up. So people would look at it in December and you'd send out the catalog in January and they would say, well, this is much too expensive, or this product doesn't exist anymore, I want the latest. and the web was a great tool to do this. The other thing was, even if you wanted to get updated information in this region, you couldn't find it. You were going to websites in the US, websites in the UK, but you don't get those products over here. The products that are imported in the Middle East weren't on the web at all. So even if you wanted to compare, if you wanted to have a look, and then go into a shop and buy, you could at least do that with the website. So it made that job of researching your buying a lot more easier as well.
Now, I mean, obviously with electrical goods in general, it's quite a precarious thing in the sense that, you know, sometimes through no fault of, I mean, manufacturing, you know, it can go wrong.
Yeah.
So what's the follow-up and backup that you put in place at Jackie's?
Well, we've got customer service executives at most of our outlets now. We take care of the customer service part of it. With the other initiative which we launched, in fact, a few months ago, is we actually now offer an extended warranty up to 4 years. So this would be the normal manufacturer's warranty that you would get for 1 year, can be extended up to 4 years. So this is now an extra comfort we're giving the customer. We're saying, it's not your problem. You don't have to go running around after service centers and trying to call up people. Give it to us, we take care of it for you.
Now, you're very enthusiastic, obviously, about the business. How do you instill that in your staff and your managers?
Well, I think it comes from all of them now. Once they've worked with me, they've seen the energy that comes in. My attitude with them has been, any job can be done by anyone. They know their job can be done by me at any given point of time. So if they say it's not possible, I'll say, well, I'll show you and I'll get it done. So now it's a case that they come in and they say, okay, let me think about it and let me come back to you. It's not a question of no, we can't do it. I think now they've probably got to the point where I don't have to set the targets for them. They know what the targets are.
What does the future hold in store for Jackie's?
Honestly, if you asked me a couple of years ago where I thought the business was going, I wouldn't have thought where it is today. But I think the government knew. We've seen that with a lot of things they've done over here. We've got so many exciting projects coming up in Dubai and across the country that we want to be everywhere at the moment. I mean, we're going to be in Dubai Mall, we're going to be in Mall of Arabia, we're going to be in all the new developments that come up. We're always talking about changing the format a bit. We introduced Jackie's Express 2 years ago as a new retail format, which focused primarily on the digital products. We're looking at other formats now in retail as well that we can grow on. We're looking at other geographies. We've moved a lot into Africa in the last couple of years. And this is where we see things going. I mean, the world is becoming smaller and smaller day by day. Everything is getting interconnected. And we just see endless opportunities at the moment over here.
Ashish, thank you very much. And just before we let you go, if I can just do a few quick-fire questions with you.
Sure.
Aishwarya Rai or Angelina Jolie?
Aishwarya Rai.
Chaat or pizza?
Pizza.
Golf or cricket?
Cricket.
BBC or Bollywood?
BBC.
SRK or Amitabh?
Difficult to say.
Friday means work or family?
Family, especially after having a baby.
Well, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Thanks a lot. Well, here we are now in Abu Dhabi, and we're at the headquarters of Green Gift Concepts. We're going to be meeting up with Ritu Bhandari and finding out about the company. It sells gifts that are environmentally friendly. Ritu is, in fact, up for the category and the finalist award of Outstanding Asian Businesswoman of the Year at the Asian Business Awards Middle East 2007. Green Gift Concepts have gifts which are environmentally friendly and affordable.
Really, I didn't believe on my eyes that I selected. I am a new entrepreneur. I just started my business. Really, I'm very much happy that I have been selected.